Hi everyone, my name is Louisa. I'm from Widya Mandal Surabaya Catholic University and I major in English department. Here, I am one of the IISMA awardees studying in University of Leicester, and the courses I took here are digital media and everyday life sociology, and power, privilege, and diversity. So basically, they're all related to media and communication and sociology. And today I want to tell you a little bit about my experience in joining the IISMA program. So right from the very beginning, the application process was actually, at least for me, it wasn't actually that difficult because thanks to the international office for my home university, um, I was able to basically get a lot of tips and a lot of feedback regarding, for example, like my essay, and then also what other things I'm supposed to prepare. So when the announcement for the ISMA came out, when I know about it, I immediately started applying for an EPT. So I took IELTS to apply for ISMA, and then after that I just gradually started preparing like the other things, like for the application. Like after the EPT, I started taking care of my academic transcript and also recommendation from the home university, and also I took care of the essay once the questions are out. So it really was a step-by-step process. It's something that I, like, at least personally for me, needs like a lot of time to prepare. So it took me days and it took me a lot of careful preparation to actually be able to apply, and then thankfully got invited to the interview. And then also during the before the interview, I was also given a lot of tips and practice. Actually, it's a chance to practice with my lecturers, and I'm very grateful for that because I think because of that, I actually passed the ISMA selection. Wow, when I pass, it feels like I'm on cloud nine. It was sort of unreal, because wow, I mean, like, I'm an awardee and I'm actually going to UK, you know. And then when I got here, I had to quarantine first, because back then when we arrived here, which was around the end of September, Indonesia was still on the red list. So we had to quarantine for about 10 days. And then it was pretty boring, but when I first got here, actually stepping on the UK soil, it feels sort of unreal. Like all these times I would usually see people like get scholarships, go abroad, and I told myself, like, wow, I mean, they're really cool. I wish I could be that cool, but now I'm actually here. It feels like, what I once usually see as something that's kind of imaginary, something that I can only see from pictures. Now I'm seeing it in real life. Now I'm experiencing it directly, and it feels sort of unreal. And that's exactly how I feel when I arrived at Heathrow. Even though, like, in quarantine we couldn't do much, but still, just the whole, I was still trying to grasp the fact that I'm in UK. And then after that, after quarantining, I started joining classes, for the first time. And here, I have to say, of course, the way they teach us is quite different from how we learn in Indonesia. So basically, here they have three types of classes. Of course, there's the usual lecture. From the courses I took, they would use video lectures, so they would record the video and then upload it to the learning management system, and then we would have to watch that. And then after watching the lectures, we are expected to come to what's called a seminar. In the seminar, we would usually discuss about the materials that we learned in the lecture we just watched, the video we have watched. And then I think it's very interesting because not only do I get to know new insights from my lecturer, but also from my fellow classmates, because the lecturers would usually pose a question regarding the topic, and then we would have to discuss it all together, how we see this issue, how we would address it, those kinds of things. I really love it. And then there's also a workshop. Workshop is basically a period of time when we can talk about group projects. So every week we get a chance together with our group mates and talk about our group project, which is usually submitted for the final assignment. And then the last one, there's also field trips. So in one of the courses I took, which is life sociology, we get to go on field trips every week. I think that's very interesting. That should definitely be implemented in Indonesia, because well, I mean, like, we get to visit a lot of places in Leicester, and then see it from a sociological perspective. Like, I've never thought of doing that previously, but after um, going on field trips, I started thinking, wow, I mean, there are a lot of things around me that are not as obvious as it seems. And well, I have so much more to tell you, but I mean, that's just a glimpse of like my very fun adventure here in Leicester and in University of Leicester. Thank you.